Hi, it is already time to wrap up June. I had a good reading month, and I'll say it again, not because I read a ton, but because I read good books. I started off June finishing up the very last bit of Ship of Destiny, the end of the Live Ship Traders trilogy by Robin Hobb, wrapping up that part of the Realm of the Elderlings. Very nautical, very emotional, very good characterization. I read most of it in May. It carried over a little bit into June, but this is one of those series that is kind of hard to stop. Finishing the Live Ship Traders makes me want to continue on into the Realm of the Elderlings, but I'm not going to because I have other things that I'm looking forward to reading. School also ended this month. My first full year of homeschooling my older son went really well. He has learned to read. We signed up for our local library's summer reading program, and he has hundreds of minutes logged already. I'm so excited. He's read more books than me already, although his are a lot smaller. He's going into second grade, so chapter books are like his jam right now. But finishing the Live Ship Finishing out the Live Ship Trailers. I said trailers again. Finishing out the Live Ship Traders trilogy was a good feeling to close out a whole series. So my goal after that was to close out Mistborn Era 2. I did finish The Bands of Mourning, the third book in Mistborn Era 2. I've been enjoying these so far. They are not on the epic scale of Mistborn Era 1. They cover a shorter time period. The main plot of each book is pretty simple, but then there's the underlying plot that's like more Cosmere related. And I feel like, from reading book 3 and from what I've read online, there's going to be a lot more Cosmere related stuff in the fourth book. I will also say The Bands of Mourning is where I started to like Wayne better. Not that I ever disliked Wayne, but in book 3, you start to see more of his heart for others, and there were a couple of spots where he immediately put thoughts of other people before himself, and it just kind of, I don't know, drew me into his characterization a little bit more. My favorite is still Steris, though. After The Bands of Mourning, I was going to go directly into The Lost Metal, but then I got sucked in to Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I already put my book review out. I also plan on making a character study on Violet, and I have an interview coming up that I'm super excited about. A blogger that I follow on Facebook has the same disability as Violet and has graciously agreed to do an interview here on the channel. That's gonna be so much fun. She is a huge nerd in the best possible way, and I can't wait to chat with her about fantasy and books and stuff. It is a little ironic that I just made a video about why I don't normally read new releases. I did read this one, and I did enjoy it. It is not the type of fantasy I normally read. It is young adult. It does have that spicy element. It has all the young adult tropes that you would expect. Easy to follow plot. The most well done part of the book was probably its representation and its dragons. If you like young adult, fantasy, romance, dragons, that kind of stuff, go ahead and pick up Fourth Wing. I believe the next one comes out in November, which is also when the next Paolini book comes out. So I'm gonna have a very dragony November. And then, because I am reading Mistborn Era 2, I went ahead and started Secret History. Mistborn Secret History is a novella. It has major spoilers for Mistborn Era 1, and then a few spoilers for The Bands of Mourning, which I just read, but apparently it has some things that are really good to know before reading The Lost Metal, the fourth book of Mistborn Era 2. So since I'm between The Bands of Mourning and The Lost Metal, I decided to go ahead and read Secret History. I was gonna skip it. I was just gonna move on. I took a poll on my Instagram, which did help decide me. Also, Secret Project number 3 comes out in less than a week. I wasn't sure I could read a whole book in less than a week, so I might be able to finish a novella, hopefully. Lots of Sanderson between June and July. And it is interesting to see kind of behind the scenes. So far in Secret History, it's all taken place in the cognitive realm. If you know anything about Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere, there's different realms. There's the physical realm, where most of the characters live in their physical bodies. There's the spiritual realm, and then kind of between the spiritual realm and the physical realm, there's the cognitive realm. We see a lot of that in the Stormlight Archive, and it's always really weird. We've seen from a certain character's point of view what happens in the cognitive realm through the first 2 Mistborn books, and that's as far as I've gotten so far. I am looking forward to seeing what else happens from this character's point of view. Moving on to July, the things I plan to read, that I will read. Secret Project 3 by Brandon Sanderson comes out July 1st. I will be starting this book July 1st. I have really enjoyed the first 2, Tress of the Emerald Sea, which was part of the Cosmere, The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. I probably said that wrong. Oh, I said it right. And I know nothing about the next one. Out of Secret Project 3 and 4, I think one of them is supposed to be maybe from Hoyd's point of view, or at least centered around Hoyd. Maybe. I don't know if that's this one or the next one. I'm going in blind. It's supposed to be a secret, and I want to be surprised when I open it. I think the Wizard's Handbook was the only secret project that was not part of the Cosmere, so I think the 3rd and 4th secret projects will be. After I finish the 3rd secret project, I will be reading The Lost Metal. I'm finishing Mistborn Era 2. I want to be able to say I've read all of Mistborn. I also want to be able to read all of the Reddit threads without getting any spoilers. I can always read the ones for the Stormlight Archive because I'm caught up there. I am not caught up on Mistborn yet, but I will be. And in July, I am going to start Eldest. This is not the first time it's been on my TBR this year, but I'm realizing how close November is, and the next 3 of these are all kind of hefty. And a book this size will take me most of the month to read. So I'm gonna get on this. I'm probably gonna have to read 1 in August and 1 in September, and then I'm reading Dune in October. If I get behind, it's fine, but I don't want to get behind. I'd really love to make a video about Murtagh before the 5th book comes out, and then one after. Note to self to make notes about Murtagh as I read. Also coming up, I have my June swag box from the Kickstarter, Year of Sanderson. I have a shipping notification. That video will be out sometime this week. It's the Elantris / Emperor's Soul Cell box. And I'm really excited about the notes for a video I'm working on right now. It might take me a while because I want to be very in-depth and accurate, and it might turn into a long video, and that's going to be the evolution of Bridge 4 from the Way of Kings through the first 4 books of the Stormlight Archive. Bridge 4 is my favorite part of the Stormlight Archive, probably. It's why I think the Way of Kings is the best of the Stormlight Archive books, and I want to make a video about it. No idea when that one's coming. June was great. Looking forward to July. Why don't you go ahead and comment something that you'll be reading in July? Maybe you can read Eldest and keep up with the inheritance cycle with me. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.